What's going on, y'all? Rennie Curran here. I am at the Avalon at the Georgia Athletic Coaches Association All Star Game. Just got done speaking to hundreds of the top athletes in the state of Georgia. And this message today was special to me just because I once upon a time played in the same game when I was 17, 18 years old, getting ready to achieve my dreams of playing at the University of Georgia. And being able to come back now and speak to these kids, man, means so much to me because I didn't have somebody to come to me and talk to me and tell me about a lot of things that I talked about. So many things that I talked about today were about so much more than just football.
What do you represent? What's your standard? When you walk into a room, what do you represent? What comes to mind? What comes to mind? I'm here to tell you guys that that's gonna take you so much further than anything you do on a football field. I don't care how many balls you can catch. I don't care how many tackles you can make. But when your name comes up, what follows after that? Man, I'm telling you, man, that will change your life. It will make or break your life and your family's life. Simply what it said after what follows your name. The next thing is clarifying. It's about clarifying your vision, your mission, and your personal values. If you don't have a vision for yourself, man, beyond just what you want to do on the field, sit down and get to know yourself. Write down what that vision is. What does my life look like at 25, at 30 years old? What does my life look like if I do make it to the NFL and play 10 years? And then what? What are my values? You guys have values as a team, right? That you talk about. You talk about leadership. You talk about dedication, discipline. What are your personal values? The day my life started to change was when I started to identify those things. That I wasn't just another person, but I decided that I wanted to be a person of excellence. That I want to be a person of faith, a man of integrity, a man of character. That's what I want to represent. So when my name comes up, those are the only things that I want people to say about me. And it took me a while to understand that, but that's what I started to believe in. And that's how I started to treat myself. That's how I started to interact with people. And it changed everything.
What I learned today is use football as an opportunity to, expand yourself and seize the moment. Because, use that time and effort, communicate with people, talk to people, make relationship with people, and open up doors for yourself. And, you can't play football forever, but, just seize the moment.
He described how you can either be an entertainer or an influencer. I feel like a lot of times we're pressured to be more of an entertainer to our teammates and friends and trying to fit in and make everybody laugh instead of trying to encourage others and actually be an influencer.
My name is Duran Dunn. I'm here to support Rennie Curran, speaking with the Georgia All Star high school students here.
You can have the same talent, you might have a little bit less, but because you have a relationship and there's a trust, you get the edge. Everything is a people's business. And football for you guys is only the platform for each of you to launch off. Whether or not you go pro in it or do something else, it's really only a launch pad. Be the person that everyone wants to be around.
Providing inspiration and motivation for them, really sophomores, juniors, and seniors who are really at the epitome of their life right now, looking to grow into adulthood, leverage football to continue to play football, quite frankly. Beyond that, really use their multidimensional skills and facets to really enlarge their life.
Focus on relationships. I know right now, man, the X's and O's is so important. Making the plays, getting the scholarships, getting to that next level is super important. But I'm telling you, if you can focus on relationships with your coaches, relationships with your teammates, relationships with those when you go to college, there are going to be people walking around in your facility who you can build relationships with, who will impact your entire life. I know many times you guys get out on the field and you're just playing like they just look like a sea of people, all the fans and whatnot, right? You don't realize the magnitude, man. When you play at a college, D1, regardless of where it's at, those people in those stands are not just fans. Those are CEOs. Those are business owners. Those are politicians. This picture right here, guys, I'm at University of Georgia's national championship game. This is back in 2019. I'm going up to a suite to see some fans and whatnot, just to visit them, just to say, hey. So I get on the elevator, And all of a sudden, it stops at the floor. And some state patrol officers get on the elevator. And they're like, hey, you got to get off. And so I'm making my way off the elevator. And then this guy looks at me right here. And he's like, aren't you Rennie Curran? And I was like, yeah. And guys, that's the governor of Georgia. Was the governor of Georgia at that time, Nathan Deal. Knew who I was. I didn't have to say anything. Like I said, my brand preceded me. My name preceded me. And so I'm now on the elevator with the governor, just kicking it. Chopping jokes. Never knew he even knew I existed. But when I tell you guys that you guys have so much influence, so many people, man, I'm telling you, like, if you play at a big time, I mean, regardless, big time college, what? People take it so serious. And if you understand that, the type of impact that you can have, the type of influence, the type of relationships that you can have, long after you're done playing, can change your entire life, your entire family's life.
I learned that football is not all about talent and all about like making it places and stuff. Football is a little window that'll open up a lot of stuff for you as you grow older and give you more opportunities as you get older and go into having a family and living life. Football is not all about making it to the NFL. It's about getting the opportunity to do stuff for your family and provide stuff as you get older.
Jarrell Worthy, retired NFL veteran, here on behalf of Rennie Curran. There's other options out here besides shooting a basketball. Understand that just like how you put on this board, man, the expiration date is gonna come for every single one of y'all. At one point, you're gonna be a 5-star. And then you're gonna come back to the same neighborhood that you used to run a decade later, and there's gonna be kids in there that don't have no clue who you are. Then at the end of the day, what you gonna do? How you gonna deal with that type of stress? How you gonna deal with once being the man where you come from, and then now you having to create a new identity for yourself? And just having an opportunity to speak to high-profile athletes in the state of Georgia, freshmen, sophomores, and juniors, guys that are going to be going out into the world, changing the world. And realistically, we just want to give these guys the tools in order to be successful and sustain success.
Marlo Herrera, former University of Georgia linebacker. I'm here today to support, a good friend, Rennie, his foundation. Enjoy the moment. I know I didn't take advantage of that. When I played high school, when I played college, I didn't enjoy the moment. You got to figure out what you're going to do next. And I know a lot of people who we played with, who we was on the same team with, brothers, they struggling, because this is all they know. So since this is all you know, you better make the most of it, you better enjoy it, you better try to get everything out of it, because it's gonna get it all out of you. Speaking to the youth, giving back, and also instilling, some things that we may not have had, some things that we may not have learned into hard times. I'm trying to give back and instill to these young guys here.
Hey, how you guys doing? My name is Manny Rodriguez, owner of U48 Performance here in Atlanta. Today, just came out here to, just put the guys on a little bit of game. We want to make sure the next generation is ready for life. And then football's not everything, but it teaches you a lot, right? It teaches you a lot when you don't have it. A lot of you guys may not have it tomorrow or next year. So who are you going to be? Who are your friends going to be? So that's kind of where you need to start thinking now, because even now, like, you guys should all be talking and network. Because life is funny, it works that way. You may know somebody that he may know somebody. Left in with 3 message, trust the process and progress. Don't be afraid to fail. And just make sure everything you do it with discipline. Just go all the way in.
There was so much impact made. There were so many guys who came away from this experience with just so much knowledge, man. And if you can have that knowledge now when you're young, like I told them, when they have time, it's a powerful thing. There's so many things that you can do. So my goal is to see them do better than I did. That's my #1 goal. I want to see them live the life that they're supposed to live, to be leaders in their families, in their communities, for their teams, and just change the trajectory of their lives. So feel like we was able to do this today, and I was blessed to have some of my guys come out. My man Marlo Herrera came out. My man The Freeze came out from the Atlanta Braves. Duran, Jarrell Worthy came out. My boy Manny Rodriguez came out, and they laid it out for him, man. They really gave him some knowledge and some powerful tools. So it was powerful. This was fulfilling. This is why I do what I do. So yeah, it was a blessing.